Hello, Facebook. Hey, hey, hey. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. And welcome to the Coach's Corner. I am Brittany Dent, the Teen Choice Coach, and I'm so glad to be here today. I was having some technical difficulties, but I'm on finally. Hello. Thank you for joining. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Welcome to the Coach's Corner. And if you're watching this as a replay, just comment, let me know you watched the replay. But if you're live, thanks for joining me live here at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so I think I'm all set. I'm finally logged in. So hopefully everyone has had a great day. I have something I want to discuss. Oops, sorry. All right, something I want to discuss really quickly. There's always something going on in the news, right? And so I was listening to the radio this morning, and they were talking about something that is supposed to happen on May 16th here in North Carolina. And now it's all over Facebook as well, but it was on the news, now it's on Facebook. But there's going to be a rally for teachers at the Capitol building, and they're protesting different things. Of course, teacher pay. Teachers in North Carolina were on a freeze from getting a raise, hadn't had a raise in years, already make less than most teachers in other states. Then we have textbook issues. All of our students don't have textbooks, don't have technology. The buildings have mold, just a lot of different issues with schools in North Carolina. So the teachers are having a rally. They're protesting next Wednesday for this cause to bring awareness and hopefully to bring about change. And then there's teachers in, I think, Arizona, Missouri, Virginia, who are actually on strike. The schools have been closed, and the teachers are trying to make change with legislation, so they went on this protest or this strike. So I started thinking a lot about just protesting in general and how it relates to teenagers. And so I remember in 2006, I was in college, freshman in college, 18 years old, and I went to Louisiana to protest, something called the Jena 6. I don't know if anybody, have you heard of the Jena 6 situation? So that was about 12 years ago. Yeah, 12 years ago. But there was a case where there was a noose hung at a school by some white students, and so the black students, 6 of them, got in a fight with some other white students about it, and they were charged or tried to be charged with attempted murder. And so, of course, the NAACP and a lot of different activist groups were saying that was too harsh of a punishment for a schoolyard brawl that was racially initiated. And so I was one of the people that went down to protest that situation. And so then it reminded me of the civil rights movement, how those were young people, high schoolers and college students who were protesting and doing these sit-ins and starting these movements. And now we have the Black Lives Matter movement with a bunch of young people, high schoolers, college students mostly. And then it also reminded me of the Parkland walkout just last month when we had that shooting at Parkland in Florida. Those teenagers decided to go to Washington, D.C. to protest, to talk to legislators, and to do something about what they felt was not right, okay? And so I wanted to just talk briefly with you as parents and educators and relatives of teenagers about encouraging them to take a stand for something, okay? I remember when I was going to Louisiana to protest, my mom was not too happy about it, but she was supportive. And I had, other adults who were supportive of that situation. Everything turned out fine for us and for those boys in the end. But just encouraging your child to be an activist. It could be if they're into recycling, if they're into ending homelessness, if they're into ending racism, whatever the case may be, but encouraging them to be an activist for something they believe in. And one of the best ways to do that is by your example, okay? It could even be the supporting their teachers in that type of protest. Whatever it is they're passionate about, you want to help them take action, make some change, get things done, okay? So I just want to encourage you to talk with your teenager this week, see what they're passionate about, and then find a way to help them take action, okay? If it's recycling, they can start a recycling club at school. If it's ending homelessness, you can help them figure out ways to raise money for a particular homeless shelter in your neighborhood. If it is, helping their teachers take a stand, they can go march and protest and write letters to people. You can do that as a family, writing letters to legislators about whatever it is that your teenager is passionate about, okay? So just something really interesting that I thought about. And then, of course, there are some different things that have to be kept in mind when protesting. And so I'll post some of that on my page. But I did a lot of research on basically the amendments and the freedom of speech and all these rights that teenagers have when they're protesting, and things to be mindful of when they're trying to take a stand and protest, definitely in different states. Okay, I know I have people on my page from all over, but I will post some information on here that will help you and your teenager protest peacefully and take a stand for something. It doesn't matter what it is that they believe in, but if they don't take a stand for something, they'll fall for anything. I think that's a really old quote, but it's so very true and relevant today. You want to encourage your teenager to take a stand for something they believe in, and I'll give you some examples and some ideas and things that you can do as a parent to support them and to keep them safe when they are protesting different situations, okay? So hopefully there will be some change taking place for teachers in North Carolina, Arizona, etc. Hopefully the teenagers in Florida who are talking to legislators about gun control can come to some agreements. And so hopefully things will get better based on our teenagers taking a stand, okay? So just think about even civil rights, all that teenagers have done, and think about who you're raising for our next generation of activism and politics, right? So thank you for tuning in. Yes, stand for the right things. They have to stand for something. So like I said, it could be totally different than their friends or than someone else, but having them take action with something they believe in is going to go a long way, and your support will mean the world to them, okay? So thank you for tuning in. If you're watching the replay, just comment. Let me know you watched the replay. If there's something that you're passionate about, leave a comment for that as well. Like I said, I was really big about the Gina 6 situation in 2006, and one of my daughters is really big about recycling and different things. So just leave me a comment. Let me know you watched the video, and I will see you here next Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the Coach's Corner. Bye-bye.